We not only read the attractiveness of other people's faces, many things about them seem spontaneously likable to us, or rather the opposite. We register the texture of their skin and look people in the eyes when we first meet them. Science and research have been dealing with the question for decades to what extent it is possible to conclude character traits from facial features. Spontaneously, we would agree, since we unconsciously form a corresponding opinion about someone within just a few seconds. We associate pinched and narrow faces with a bad mood and a stubborn attitude towards life. A round head with a radiant face, on the other hand, leads us to believe that behind this facade lies a happy and healthy person. Face reading is not a scientifically recognized or established discipline. It is being worked on, but the findings, and especially the proof and substantiation of these, are still in their infancy. Nevertheless, we would like to introduce you to 5 such potentially telltale characteristics in today's video. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology in Mind, activate the bell for notifications, and get excited for new videos uploaded every day. Number 1. The width of our face. Our bone structure, like so many things in our bodies, is influenced by hormones, among other things. Higher testosterone levels, for example, are more common than average in people with particularly broad, strong faces. Studies have shown that this population group is characterized by a more aggressive demeanor and more fighting spirit than comparison groups with narrower faces. Researchers believe this interaction of testosterone, a strong bone structure, and a predisposition to a combative attitude is a legacy of human evolution. People with more testosterone in them may be genetically programmed to handle conflict better. This particular trait is still useful today, and to appear more assertive and confident. Other studies support this theory. Employees with fuller, broader faces earn more than their counterparts with narrow, petite features, according to surveys. Even an example from the animal kingdom supports this thesis. Biologists were able to observe an interesting trend in capuchin monkeys. The broader the face, the higher the animal ranks within the natural hierarchy of a group. Number 2. Texture and color of our skin. Sun-kissed or pale as a corpse are the extremes when it comes to the natural color of our largest sensory organ. We associate a healthy skin tone with attractiveness, but also with health, of course. As far as the latter is concerned, it's the undertones that are most relevant to research. This also explains why, as women, we can only partially paint on a healthy appearance with the help of makeup. The undertones always gain the upper hand. In the meantime, research has been able to provide a few interesting results in this regard. Thus, a yellow or even golden hue of our skin speaks for robust health. Our skin gets this radiant tint when we eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. The carotenoids contained therein provide orange pigments for it. They also help build a strong immune system. Over the millennia, a yellowish complexion has therefore emerged as the preferred skin color, which also wins out in the choice of partner. The research team from the University of York in England showed study participants portraits of people, once processed with a yellow filter, once without. Almost all of them found the faces with the slightly yellowish touch more appealing. Rosy skin, on the other hand, is evidence of an active lifestyle with plenty of exercise. This ensures better blood circulation right down to the delicate veins on our cheeks. We women owe the invention of the cheek rouge to a third circumstance that our cheeks reveal to the outside world. A distinct red coloration occurs naturally whenever a woman's fertility cycle is approaching its peak. During ovulation, a hormone called estradiol is released by our body. It dilates the blood vessels in the cheeks and signals to potential partners with this cheek red that the chances of procreation are at their best at the moment. A clever move by nature has led to red cheeks in women being perceived by men as a sign of attractiveness, although today no one knows why. Only the cosmetics industry profits from this knowledge. However, many acute and chronic diseases are also reflected in our skin appearance. Anyone who is pale and displays cold sweat cannot be completely healthy. Number 3. The shape of the nose. In 2013, a study published claiming that different types of connective tissue and bones in our nose say a lot about our personality. For example, a large nose, according to the study, promises an ambitious disposition. These people appear self-confident and are born leaders. The special forms of the eagle nose and the impressive Roman nose also belong here. Ambition is said to dwell behind these olfactory organs. Short, lovely noses, on the other hand, serve the childish pattern and are innate to people who are pleasant and rather passive. They can be creative and imaginative, but throwing elbows does not suit them. Number 4. The eyes. They are known to be the mirror of our soul and reveal many things about our fellow human beings that we can only feel but have not been able to prove so far. The research reveals, however, a few interesting realizations. A working group of a university in Sweden examined the iris patterns of over 400 test persons in order to find out what extent one could draw conclusions from it to personality characteristics. They found that the so-called crypts or defect marks, the tiny clusters around the pupil, indicated a likable and trustworthy personality when they were loosely draped around the pupil. The tighter they appeared, the more neurotic the subjects were. But the research around the eye revealed even more remarkable things, even if the evidence is still rather scanty. For example, other researchers found that women with lighter eyes felt less pain when their children were born. Women with darker eye colors, such as dark brown or black, on the other hand, require less alcohol to feel intoxicated. Examining the eyes already has a very long tradition. Even the ancient Egyptians practiced iris diagnostics, which gave them information about a person's state of health. Number 5. The size of the cheeks. This is where our first impression deceives us, as the research of Benedict Jones from the University of Glasgow has proven. Large and full cheeks are not automatically a sign of good health. On the contrary, very often, they can be discovered on people who suffer from depression and anxiety disorders in the course of their lives. But that's not all. Another study examined susceptibility to infections and their duration. Here too, the results were startling. The test subjects with full and healthy-looking cheek areas were more susceptible to such illnesses, and also suffered from them for much longer on average than the comparison group. Today's conclusion: facial diagnostics or splitting hairs? Of course, we should always view such studies critically. Our appearance is a product of our genes, our lifestyle, and not least our attitude towards ourselves. What we can say with certainty about other people at first glance is whether or not we find them attractive and likable. Which information our subconscious consults for this judgment will probably remain a well-kept secret forever. Health is certainly at the top of the checklist. After all, nature still interferes with us quite properly when it comes to getting to know each other, and everything that nature itself arranges is good for some purpose, loosely based on Immanuel Kant. That's it for today.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.